Hey guys, I was just out here tinkering with the bike, as I have been a fair bit lately, and I thought I should video some of this stuff. I know some of you guys are interested in it, so I'm going to be very informal this video, just me dicking around in the shed. I'm not micing up with microphones and shit, I can't be bothered, so it's just going to be audio out of the camera. Hopefully it's not too bad. First things first, it's coffee time. I know sugar's bad for you, but these these biscuits, I can't remember what they're called, but and it's Royals, that's what they're called. Bloody good. So the particular bullshit that I'm fucking around with today are my fog light mounts. Yeah, yesterday I was just giving the front of the bike a bit of a extra good clean. I don't usually bother doing anything other than pressure washing the bike, but I was pissing down rain yesterday. I didn't really have much else on. Anyway, when I went to put the pod lights back on, one of these fucking mount holes stripped out again. I'd already helicoiled these fucking things. I don't know if you guys remember when I first put pod lights on there. I got these cheap alloy mounts off Amazon and they stripped out straight away. Like I didn't hardly put any torque on those bolts and they stripped out. So I helicoiled the whole lot of them, and one of them yesterday, I must have given it a bit too much of a nip. I didn't think I was doing it that tight, but it actually pulled the helicoil out of that fucking muck metal. It's just shit. So I tried to fix it again with another helicoil, but it didn't work. I thought, fuck this shit, I'm not using those mounts anymore. I'm going to chuck them out. I looked around to see if I had anything else that I could use to mount them to the bike, and I didn't really have anything. I went on to Amazon and eBay and whatnot looking for some more mounts that I could buy. I'm happy to buy some more, but it seems like they all are made for fucking a range of size bars. So you get these stupid bloody rubber inserts. You can't just get ones that are made for, well, 25mm bar, I think is what the SRC crash bars are. I did see some that said they were for that, but they still had inserts, and I've bought them before thinking that they're going to be for 25mm bars, and they end up with a whole bunch of rubber bloody inserts. So in the end, I said, fuck this, I'm going to take them off for now. So I've taken them off. There's no pod lights on the T7 at the moment. And you know what, I think it kind of looks a bit weird without them now. You can see there, or hopefully you can see there, where when I hit that kangaroo, this particular pod light folded in and snapped off a bit of my fairing there, and that's really more obvious now that the light's not there. But you know what, I really want to have those lights on here because, yeah, I mean, the stock headlight's so shit, and yeah, it's not often that I get caught out in the dark, but it has happened, and I've been glad that I've had those lights on there for sure. Man, this bloody light's up and down. It's clouds coming over and then sunny, and yeah, the weather's up to shit at the moment. But anyway, so this is how they were mounted with these shitty mounts, guys. Rubber thing in there, just basically clamped on here. I mean, they look pretty bloody ugly. You know, this rubber shit's hanging out, it's all cracked and fucked. And even with that on there, they weren't really well mounted. So my potential dodgy solution is these old bark buster handguard mounts that I found laying around. They're black already, which is a bonus. They're 25mm, they'll go straight on there. I won't put it that way, I'll put it like that. No rubber shit hanging out of there. That will look pretty tidy, I reckon. So I've already tested and they will clamp onto that bar nice. So now I just have to figure out how to attach the the pod lights to this. So that's the bracket. Just have to attach that to there. So when that's sitting on the bar, the plastic fairing sits just there, so I don't really want to have a bolt on top of that or a nut. I don't want that, I may even have to cut that piece off there. But if I write that like that, so that'll be attached to the crash bars through there. Bolt will go up through there, and then I'll have the nut in that gap there. So the nut and washers should hopefully sit in there, and that won't require any extra clearance on top. I'll show you what I mean anyway. All I've got to do first is drill these holes a bit bigger so that thing will go through. It's my beautiful vice rag. I will drill through both sides of this just in case the bolt ends up, you know, going all the way through. I think this bolt's at M8, so we'll make a little drill bit. Better get me goggles on. Beautiful. So here's my dodgy plan, right? That sits like that. That will sit like that. Bolt comes up through there. It goes in there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Got a spring washer and a regular washer here. Sorry if you can't see this, guys, but it's a little bit difficult. There we go. Oh mate, this is going to be perfect. Look at that. So hopefully I can get a spanner in there to hold that. I can, just. It's a 14mm that nut. Tighten him up. Fucking beautiful. So obviously that's gonna sit like that and be tidy as hell. I don't know, I guess pretty much put it all together and whack one on and see how it looks. But you know what, for homemade $0 dodgy laying around bits and pieces, it's not bad. I normally listen to music while I'm out here doing this shit, but I can't do that because of copyright bullshit, so I've got some Epidemic sound playing in the background. I'm paying, they've put their prices up, so I might as well fucking use it, eh? Okay. Got my bolts. Flex this over to the book. Fuck you. Fucking left-handed shit. Man, this music sucks. I reckon that's the ticket. The only thing wrong with this is these fucking 5mm Allen key fasteners, man, they're shit. They're gonna fucking strip out, I can tell already. So there you go, that's how it's gonna look. It's a little, I can't really get the camera in there, but there's a little bit of clearance between the plastic there and the bracket. So I reckon, you know, that looks pretty tidy. It definitely looks better than the other ones anyway, and they should grip on there pretty well. I love it when a dodgy home-baked plan comes together, because it very rarely does. Not that well anyway. I'll do the other one, and then I'm gonna do something with the wiring on these as well. I don't like those massive Deutsch plugs, man. They're huge. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll figure something out anyway. The soldering iron will be coming out. Alright, I've got this right hand one fully tightened up and everything, roughly aligned. Hopefully it'll be pretty right. I'll have to obviously wait till I go for a ride in the dark and see if it's all good, but yeah, she's tight, man, she's solid, ain't going anywhere. Looks factory too. I'm happy with that. Awesome. Alright, I'll get onto the other one, get that done, now we can get this bloody wiring sorted out. Oh, this song sucks. This is the trending playlist apparently. A cut through bone like butter. Good thing about using a rag is you can just shake it off straight in the bin. No muss, no fuss. See you later, you piece of shit. Sorry about the music, guys. It's pretty ordinary. So here we go again. See if I can capture this expertise on film. It's even harder with the light still attached to the freaking bracket. Gotcha, you bitch. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. It's freaking awesome. They look alright. Not great, but let's see how we go. Something ain't right. That'll be it. With these fat bar bark busters mounts, they are actually for tapered bars, so the mounts are actually tapered in there, so you want to get your right and your left together. Don't know if you can actually see that, but there's an L printed on both sides. Oh, focus, you fuckhole. Yeah, there's an L printed on both of those. So on the other side there's two R's. It doesn't really matter which one you put on which side of the bike for this purpose, but you want to get the two letters the same together, I think. Alright, so I'm just trying to get them both sort of, you know, level. Yeah, no, I think fucking silence is better than this fucking music. Alright, I switched over to the rock playlist. It sounds like it's 1950s rock or something. Probably using a 3/8 ratchet on these 5mm Allen keys isn't a good idea. It's probably why they're fucked, but anyway. Do not over tighten, Josh. Just leave it. Just leave it. One more little bit. Okay. Leave it. Leave it. Righto, champions. The T7 is whole again. Yeah, I've just got to get these working. Get them wired in. As I said, these plugs have to go. Probably can't see too well because of the light out there, but this is how it was before. That's my small Deutsch plug that goes to the bike harness, and then these two go to the lights. So I am thinking I'm just gonna keep this plug to go to the bike and then cut this off here, get rid of these plugs and just have this wired directly to the lights, so I can still disconnect them with one plug, pull them off the bike if I want to. Don't really need these extra plugs, it's just, yeah, all bulk and shit. So yeah, soldering on time. I'm gonna have to take this side panel off again. It's my favourite. I love it. It's not like a hard panel to get off or anything. I've done it about 1,000 times. The upshot is I'm pretty quick at it now. Yep, there she goes. Always got to be at least one. It's like some old school surf music. Classic. It's like Mexican surf music. At least they got a fairly decent gauge of wire on these cheap aux beam headlights, pod lights. Just remember guys, this is not a how-to video, this is a dodgy hanging out in the shed video. Don't do what I'm doing. So this one doesn't need to be anywhere near that long. Cut him off about there. I have a little bit of extra wire. Better have too much than not enough. Obviously you want to try and not cut through the insulation when you're doing that. I feel like going surfing in Mexico, man. But, yeah, as I said, I can use this music in videos and not get a copyright. Okay, so both of those are going to join together, red to red, black to black, and then they'll both join onto this guy, which will then plug in here. Easy peasy. What I should be doing is having my old soldering iron heating up. God knows that's the longest fucking wait ever. I'm turning this music off, I'm sorry, it's fucking shit. Right, we have hot solder. Pretty easy to just solder these two together for starters. Can anyone from the USA please tell me why you guys call this solder, as in soldering? It's like he's completely ignored the L in solder. It's weird. I know Australians say a lot of weird shit too, but that's one thing that always confused me. Oh, you bastard. It's not going well. Not going well at all. I'm usually not too bad at the old soldering. Anyway, that ain't going anywhere. Slip that over there. I think that's all the soldering I have to do. Heat shrink these guys. So yeah, those guys are now insulated from each other. I would like to put a big bit of heat shrink over that whole lot now. So yeah, I'll have to pull this plug apart, which is alright. It's not too bad at all. Might be overkill, but a bit of this fatter stuff I'll just throw over that bit there. As well as protecting these wires, you know, it looks a lot tidier having that heat shrink on there. Alrighty, Deutsch plug installed. Gotta stick this guy back in. Donski. Beautiful. Alright, all I do is zip tie all these wires up and get everything nice and neat. Actually before that we'll make sure they bloody work. Alright. Oh yeah, they work. Yeah, beauty. Right, I won't bore you guys with the tidying all this up. I'll just come back when I'm done. Alright, we are finished here. She's all buttoned up. Lights are back installed. Zip ties all the way along the crash bars there to keep the wiring out the way. Camera won't focus. Alright. I reckon that's not too bad. That was cool. That is a mint, you know, for $0 anyway. Before you think about saying, oh, without the rubber pads in there, it's gonna scratch the paint off the metal. I don't care. These are crash bars. They already scratched the buggery. I'll just be happy if that shit stays there. There you go, guys. I'm well pleased with that. Worked out really well. My dicking around in the shed doesn't always go that well, especially when you're trying to recycle old bits and pieces for new purposes. But yeah, that's worked out really well. Those lights are solid now. Better than they were. Really happy with that. Anyway, hope this video has been something to watch for you. So I know not everybody likes this sort of crap, but if you do, please give it a thumbs up and yeah, subscribe and all that shit, and so I'll see you on the next one. The tool cleanup. Good times. Still here. Go on, get out of here.